Risking the future, teenage pregnancy. Good day everyone, I am Herminiano Baruman Jr. Here we are now talking about some issue in our country, the early pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is a global problem but occurs most often in poorer and marginalized communities. Pregnancy in the girl aged 19 or below is a term as teenage pregnancy. There are many social, emotional, and health problems associated with teenage pregnancy. Being a teenager and finding out you're expecting a baby, especially if the pregnancy is unintended and not wanted, can put enormous stress on you and your family. Finding out you're pregnant or that you will become a teenager father can bring up many different emotions. You might feel confused and scared or happy and excited. All these feelings are normal and natural. Your feelings will probably also change while you're thinking about your option. Teenage pregnancy is one of the biggest problems in our country. Mostly, such pregnancies are unplanned and minors are not ready to bear the responsibility of being a parent. Globally, the rate of teenage pregnancy is relatively high. Based on the study, it is seen that the quality of teenage pregnancy is the higher in developing countries as compared to developed countries. They show that socio-economic background of teenagers majorly contributes teenage pregnancy. Mostly teenagers from lower background with little or no sex education end up with teenage pregnancies. Teenagers lack basic knowledge about sex, unsafe sexual practices. Their lack of resources on sexual awareness leads teenagers to seek help from their peers that eventually leads them to have wrong notion about sex. Teenage pregnancy happening because of curiosity of teens nowadays. As teenage mother is not easy to handle. It will carry additionally risk equally to the health of the infant and the mother. On the average, teen pregnancies are more expected to result in low birth weight babies and premature births. This is because pregnant teenagers often do not obtain the timely prenatal care required. Further, teenage mothers are less expected than other women to complete or attend college, and divorce is more expected to result from their early marriage. Abortion is another effect of teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is a result of a lot of factors in the society. One of its main reasons are sometimes negligence of parents and sometimes due to lack of sex education as well as inclination of the younger generation to porn. Due to this reason, most of the teenagers become mothers at a young age, forcing them to marry earlier, or sometimes even stop attending school in order to be a mom. Some of the causes of early pregnancy among teenagers are lack of education, especially sexual education, poverty, undergraduate, or problem with their family. Lack of education among teenagers should be given priority. I am agreeing that sexual education should be learned to aware from the effect that may occur. Problem with family is another issue. Some of the teenagers are not provided with their own family, and most of teenagers get rebelled. These are some of the cases why there are so many teenagers get pregnant early. In order to prevent teenage pregnancy, teenagers need to have a comprehensive understanding of abstinence, contraceptive techniques, and consequence, although there are many different ways to prevent a teenage girl from becoming pregnant. The only one that is absolutely effective is sexual abstinence. We can avoid teenage pregnancy through prevention and avoiding temptation. Parents must always be responsible of their children. Sex education must also be implemented in order for the younger generation. Be aware of the consequence of it. As a responsible citizen of the country, we must do our part to avoid teenage pregnancy by guiding our younger generation. To raise a child involves a lot of patience and sacrifices, which teens don't have. The risk of pregnancy among teenagers is largely increasing. Some teenagers who get pregnant early may experience anxiety, depression, and other emotional problems. As for those who get into teenage pregnancy, it is also our responsibility to guide them once they already get into the situation. For teenage mother, always remember that it is hard to raise a child when you are a child. That's all. Thank you.